to be lonely at thecreamspot.com.
I wonder if that's a real website.
It's gonna be now, thanks to us and thanks to our golden touch.
Now I gotta check it out.
Speaking of the golden touch, I'm sitting here with the golden goose, Rob Diggity Dingle Dog, on a Wednesday night. Rob Diggity Dingle Dog, how you doing in your work uniform?
I'm doing fucking great.
I'm doing good in my work uniform.
Creamspot.com is not taken.
The shit spot. Maybe we could buy that from GoDaddy.
We probably should.
I learned something very early on, a valuable lesson about GoDaddy. They will sell you a domain for cheap, but then once you start to do moderately okay, where you start getting, they're like, so, you like BrohioPodcast.com? Well,
so do we.
Bought it for $3. This year, it's going to cost you $3,500. Okay, thank you. So,
and also, the Cream Spot is not taken either. So we got our choice.
We got to think about this. Look, my wife doesn't like this idea, but I wanted to start a spinoff podcast called something, but the Cream Spot would be good.
Yeah.
Where people just call in and give their horrific sex stories.
I think that's a good idea.
It seems like something you could do in your spare time.
Yeah.
Because my wife's afraid that I'm going to be abducted and raped by a pack of wild men.
Hey, we might just have to start up the Cream Spot.
The Cream Spot.
It's so gross.
The creamy.
The Cream Spot.
So here's what we're thinking here, guys. The more episodes we put out, the more money we make. We're both dirt fucking poor, so here we are on a Wednesday.
We're just being honest.
Trying to give you maybe not necessarily a full-blown Brohio show, but just something on a little smaller scale.
Yeah, we don't want it to be watered down either, so.
Right. We were shooting for...
this is 90%.
I'd say 82, honestly. There's no article, and we're not going to do Patreon shout-outs in these midweek episodes.
Right.
And I burped. My wife's making jambalaya, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. This is going to be more of a loose form...
Free flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Free flowing. So we put the thing on the Facebook page just now and the Instagram that said if you've had any dating horror stories, get with us. Maybe we can do a little interview with you about some weird stuff you had going on. And we've had a few come through.
They're trickling through,
but we did this on really short notice.
Yeah, we might wait until we get our food break to go through and scout through all these to make sure.
Yeah.
Unless we get something crazy in the meantime.
We have... I'm going to write this guy back because it's kind of a funny one.
Okay.
So I forget what I was going to say there. Fuck, it doesn't matter. Thanks for joining us for this midweek excursion.
Yeah.
The thought process a few months ago was we were going to do a midweek show called the Brohio Dark Vault, which is still very near and dear to my heart. That's something I want to do. We have a Dark Vault lined up with a lady, a big family backstory of her grandfather that got attacked by a fucking monkey. It's more than that, but it's a really good Dark Vault story. She's an author. She's put a book out, but we're having a hard time getting with her on such short notice. So that's coming. That's going to be a really good story.
Check out this one that just came through here in a minute. It's kind of long, so we'll have to take a break for you to read it, but it looks like a good one, too.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. We'll email him back. It's a Tinder. I know nothing about Tinder.
Yeah, we missed that whole...
And now... maybe a quick word from our very high-paying sponsors.
We'll see.
Your phone number. Okay. All right. Now, dating horror stories. Some of these were peeled from the interwebs.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these are going to be first-hand accounts. One of them is something that I went through, some traumatic shit that I went through, but they're coming from all over the place. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really exciting. Do you, for starters, have any scary, crazy dating stories?
Man, I wish I did. That's all. It's one of those things that, I kind of missed because we've been I've been with my wife since I was like 16.
That's right.
17.
So, sometimes my wife will argue with me and she'll say, well, how many other people are there? And I'm like, babe, I have pretty much been with the same person for my entire life for the most part.
Yeah.
And I wasn't one of those guys that was... I enjoyed companionship and genuine relationships.
Yeah.
I wasn't out fucking dudes.
No.
I mean, just fucking people. I enjoyed having a nice person in my life, and I treated her with respect, and I married her. So
consistency. I'm a fan of it.
And I didn't, and my story kind of hinges around the fact that I wasn't much of a loosey-goosey. I was more of a gentleman. And she just... Yeah, she definitely had a fucking tumor or something. But we'll get to that a little later on.
Okay.
Rob, why don't you tell them this first story? I think I got some of these from BuzzFeed and a few of them from some Reddit, some stories that people did on Reddits.
The old Reddits. Okay, let's go to the first one here. First one says, dated a guy who was arrested on our date by detectives. He tried to return a pair of fake Gucci sunglasses. Okay. When the store clerk threatened to call police, he flashed an FBI badge to the clerk. Turns out they got him on tape flashing what was actually his brother-in-law's FBI business card.
Oh, good.
The card has an FBI hologram about 3 by 5 inches, so it could pass for being legit on a glance. Did I mention he was the school principal for a reputable Catholic school in my area? Story made the headlines and all. Yeah, they tend to frown on impersonating an officer.
Some Gucci sunglasses are worth it, though.
And
I feel like
some
it.
fake ones at that.
This next one's really quick. It says, I literally had a guy lean in to kiss me and shit his pants.
Yes.
He was like, it feels really warm in my underwear for some reason.
That's a good kiss, man.
These are all first date stories, too. The guy says, it feels really warm in my underwear for some reason. Then I could smell what seemed to be a baby diaper.
Oh, God.
He ran into the bathroom and said he'd be free-balling for the rest of the night. I like the honesty on that one. The guy came out, he said, I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm really enjoying this date, but I'm going to be free-balling for the rest of the fucking night.
I had to throw away my underwear in the toilet.
And the baby diaper thing, I've told this story before on here. Whenever we were freshmen in high school, I was walking down the hallway, and I had the two freshmen, or the two senior girls behind me. Like, the two senior girls.
Yeah.
And I farted. And I shitted. Like a shit farted.
You shitted it?
No, shitted it. I shit farted.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be like a, but it was just like a hot, nasty burger.
Fucking gut rumbler.
Hot, nasty burger fart.
Right by some hot, nasty seniors.
They were walking about 15 paces behind me, and then I heard one of them say, and you could tell her voice had changed. She's like, oh my God, it smells like a dirty fucking diaper. I was mortified, dude. But you know what? I rose above it, got my GED eventually. I've sailed to the end here. I've made it. I didn't let that define me. Okay? I defined my own life. I didn't let that ruin me like it would ruin some people.
Crippled you for a little while,
Some guys would have packed it up, went to the room, turned on some Papa Roach, and cut the fuck out of their wrists. Me? I went home and I played fucking Sega and listened to Limp Bizkit, and I lived. I didn't do Papa Roach. I was fine. I like Papa Roach.
Lived to do the podcast.
Yeah, he cut his life into pieces.
Yeah. It was his last resort.
It was his last resort. Let's pause for just a second and kind of go through these emails for a second.
Sure.
Because we might be missing some really good stuff.
Yes, we might.
I don't even know how to stop. Just how about that button? Yep. Okay, we shuffled through the emails real quick. There's some wild ones. There was one about a guy having sex with a stripper that shit on him, but I don't think it was a truthful story. It could have been. I don't know, but it was pretty wicked and pretty nasty. I don't want to have him on the show. So one thing that Rob and I missed, like we said in the beginning, is we missed the infancy of Tinder and
online dating,
all that stuff. Thank fucking God.
Yeah, we would have to meet girls through MySpace,
or in person.
That's true.
Oh, we both met our wives before. It wasn't an online.
Yeah, it was all before that.
Yeah, so they knew we were fucking stupid from the very beginning.
Yeah.
This next one comes from way of OkCupid. This is the summer of 2006. I met a girl in West Hollywood, and we went to dinner.
There's your problem right there, buddy. West Hollywood.
Yeah. She turned out to be way bigger than her pictures, insanely rich. She was Ozzy Osbourne's cardiologist's daughter or some shit like that, and had a nasty cocaine habit.
Yeah, girl, get it.
A whole date, she was doing cocaine in the bathroom and barely ate her food, and then afterwards we went back to her place, where she visibly spiked my drink with a Mickey.
Oh, my gosh.
And asked me to tie her up and then refusing to allow me to drive my car out of her garage, leaving me to wait in my car all night until the morning when I followed somebody out. She called 3 days later to say that I caused her miscarriage.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know she was pregnant. Ramming up in time. You stay out of.
Oh my gosh!
Easy with them guts. She seems like a stage 5 clinger for sure.
That was a crazy escalation there.
I guess this is a good segue for my crazy story.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm not a traveled male. I've pretty much, like I said, had the same lady for a long, long time, which I'm very thankful for her. But when I was 17. I had a close family friend that said, I have the perfect date for you. This is a blind date.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, sure, I'll try it out. It wasn't the relationship of my wife and I. There wasn't even a gleam in my eye yet. Although years before that, I did ask to see her breasts. She declined. She was a lady. And she was, it's weird because she was really like the only girl I was ever like sexually aggressive towards.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that worked out for me.
There you go.
But this blind date that I was set up on, she said, I have the perfect blind date for you. So we worked it out, and I was going to pick her up, and we were going to go to, I think, Putt Putt, and then we went downtown Dayton to eat or something.
The fuck did you go there?
Where do we go in downtown? It was on Brown somewhere. I think we went to Chipotle on Brown. This is like the first Chipotle.
Yeah.
Around us.
When it was actually worth a shit.
Yes. So I go to pick her up. And one thing, I'm not please don't make me seem like a shallow piece of shit, but I'm scared of women that are taller than me.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I'm not scared of them. It's just like,
it's intimidating.
It's a confidence thing. You're just like,
and then people are just going to look at you and be like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's fucking your dad over there. Your mom, dad.
Right.
So I get there to pick her up, and she's like 6'8". She's fucking huge, dude. I'm 5'7.5" in a good pair of boots.
Right.
She was huge, like tall. I'd say probably like 6'1".
Okay. Yeah.
And she had pop bottle glasses that made her eyeballs the size of pinheads. And it was. I was already upset that this person had set me up like this.
So they pretty much set you up with a date with Barb from Stranger Things.
It was so much worse than that.
I'll say Barb could get it.
I don't remember. Hopper would get it for sure.
No, definitely, no doubt.
So then I'm just like, from the very beginning, I'm like, man, fuck this. And I drove a Ford Probe GT. That was the car I got as my graduation gift.
Yeah.
Super fast car, man. It was a fun car, but it was a little car, and she could not get in this motherfucker comfortably to save her life.
Ford Probe, how foreshadowing
of
your life.
But, this is the summer after my senior year.
Okay.
But I graduated really young. I was 17 until September, so I was 17 a few months after we graduated.
Yeah.
So we go to Putt Putt. It's fucking just completely just no conversation at all the entire time. I'm a funny guy, and I can work to try and light up a room, but there was no... it was miserable. I was miserable.
Mm-hmm.
I was uncomfortable. I didn't like being there. Then we got back out in the car, and the entire time she talked like she was... Like, if I would hold up a Barbie doll and make it talk for my daughters, this is how this bitch talked the entire fucking time. She's like, oh, you're pretty good at Papa, aren't you? Yeah. So I'm like fucking it. I want to like take the putter and cram it up my ass and drown myself in the pond next to the... it's wearing on me, dude. So then we get in the car, and she's like, she's like laughing, and there's nothing funny. I don't have the radio on. I'm not being funny. I'm ready to like drive into a fucking barrier on the highway. And I'm like, what's so funny? She's like, how about a kissy? And I said,
a kissy?
Yes. Yes, a kissy. And her eyes are so small, I just want to fucking slap the shit out of her because of glasses. And I was like,
is this fucking Pennywise?
Well, she said, how about a kissy? And I remember I said something like, No, I don't think it's like, I remember saying, nah, this isn't like that, or something. Like, I wanted to let her know, like,
yeah, you weren't interested
to fucking get out of my car,
right.
honestly, but I think she might have been stuck. So then
you put a sunroof in there.
We drive towards Chipotle. This was during X Fest. So there's a huge concert going on downtown Dayton, which I did not know. The fucking downtown was completely gridlocked, so it took us forever to try and get Chipotle, and I said, fuck this, let's go home. I want to take her home. Then there's this huge line of traffic to get on the highway, and to the right, I see the shoulder is open, so I'm like, there's no cars on the shoulder. It wasn't a shoulder, it was the lane. There was like an empty lane next to me. I'm like, why is no one taking this lane? Well, my Ford Probe GT, a fast car, I swerve over, and I pin it. And the reason nobody is in this lane is because the lane fucking ended, and there was a giant step up onto the curb. I hit this curb. It flattens both front tires on my car and bends both rims on the front. And my car is smoking, and I am fucking livid, dude, because I just buried this thing into the curb with this mongoloid in the passenger seat that I'm trying to get rid of. Okay? So my dad has a tow truck, and I'm like, I'm going to call my dad, and I'm going to have this towed. It turns out that her father was like constantly was out with his tow truck. He drove a tow truck.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm going to call my dad. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need your dad here. I don't need you here. I don't need your fucking dad here. I need my dad to come and get this car fixed. And it didn't blow out the tires. They like went really, really low.
Okay.
And, she keeps on saying, I'm going to get my dad here, I'm going to get my dad here. And I can't get a hold of my dad. It's going straight to voicemail. So I'm like freaking the fuck out. And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm just going to drive this bitch as far as I can get it to go. Yeah. And if it blows up, it blows up.
So you pretty much just bent the wheels to where your tires lost its, it wasn't.
Yeah, the bead, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you broke the bead, yeah.
But she keeps on insisting to get her father to come. Mind you, she's a fucking 7-foot Viking. So I keep on telling her no, and then I see like a brown, it looks like Mater from Cars, pulls up the fucking tow truck. It's fucking dad. And he pulls up, and as soon as he pulls up, he's got no glasses on. He's got the biggest fucking head I've ever seen. All I can see is through the window. This guy's got a head like a bastard tomcat. I'm like, all right, I'm about to fight this motherfucker. And and I just remember how funny it was because she had tiny, stupid-looking eyes because he's glasses.
Stupid-looking eyes.
He had no glasses, and he had tiny eyes, too. I thought he looked like a reptile. He just looked stupid, too. Just big old fucking head with spiky hair.
Big Charlie Brown head.
And I'm like, I'm going to have to dump this country dumpling on his motherfucking head as soon as he gets out of this truck. And he pulls up and he rolls the window down. He's like, what's going on? Just like all stupid hillbilly.
Yeah.
And she's like, he hit the curb. He wasn't watching where he was going. She went from, give me a kissy to diming me out like a motherfucker.
Snitch.
Flipping the coin real quick.
Fucking snitch.
I'm like, fine. Fucking, yeah, I fucking hit the curb. Take your daughter. She's in danger. I tried to kill her. Take her. Leave me be to die on the side of the curb here. And he's like, well, you think if I air them tires up, you can get it down the road? And I said, I have no idea, buddy.
Yeah.
No clue. He said, and I remember I said it in like I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Just an annoyed, yeah.
And he was pissed off by that. He's like, well, then maybe you shouldn't ask for help if you're not willing to get help, nobody. And at this point, I'm like 17. He's a grown fucking man. He's got a big head, big fucking spiky hair, big broad shoulders. And I'm like, I'm going to have to. He's going to get out and whip my ass, so I better calm down. So he gets, the truck door opens. He's like, I'm going to put some air in it for you real quick. And I hear him get out of the truck. I turn my back, and I hear like 2 feet hit the ground. I turn back around. The guy's a fucking midget, dude. Like a 3.5 foot tall gnome. His daughter is the size of a weeping willow.
It's a fucking redwood.
And he's 3.5 feet tall. I lost him for a second. He was lost behind some grass. Where'd your dad go?
Oh, shit.
And he goes to the back of the tow truck. And
you see the tow truck and there's phone books sitting in the seat.
He starts grabbing these blocks down like you would put behind the tires. And he gets them from the compartment
like
of the tow truck.
Bin?
Yeah. and he starts stacking them up. He uses them to stand on to get the air tank down.
Holy shit. That's so good.
As soon as I turned around and saw how small he was, I'm like, I'll whip his fucking ass, dude. I don't care. It's a fucking midget. I'll whip his ass.
Oh, shit.
When he aired the tires up, and I was like, I think I can get it down the road. And he said, I'm going to give my daughter a ride home if that's all right with you.
Please take her.
I said, you're fine, Tiny. Take her. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all together, loony. Fucking take her, dude. That was the last time I saw her.
Yeah, good for you, man.
I should have took one of those big wooden blocks and just hit her in the back of the head with it.
Hit her in the back of the head with it?
I took them glasses off. Those were a really cool science experiment.
Man.
Full show, man. But
For sure.
When he jumped down, I heard his feet hit the ground. I said, man, he's coming out of that fucking truck like a grizzly bear. And I turned around and I couldn't see him. Where the fuck is he at? He's a fucking midget. So
that's so good.
But dude had a really big head. He had that going for him, though. Really big head. And I mean, I'm surprised I didn't notice the nubby fingers before he got down out of the truck. Little People, Big World, wasn't that show?
Yeah.
The roll-offs? Yeah. He was not towing my car that day.
Oh, shit.
Oh, so that's my crazy...
That's fun.
Yeah, I don't
see how you... I don't know if it's unfortunate or if it's fortunate that all this crazy shit happens to you.
And the thing about it is, some people think I make these stories up, but I can get people to vouch for all these stories. Just
right.
Like the other day, someone wrote something on the Facebook page about shitting in the urinal, and then one of my old prison buddies got on there and said, "You remember that one time you shit in the fucking urinal?" Yeah, dude, that's the story I told. And he's like, I don't listen, so I don't know. But
that's so funny.
Yeah, I have people that can vouch for this shit. You know,
it makes me feel so boring.
I know it's been a hard, winding life for sure. So we'll let you take this next one here.
Met a guy for a walk and. I was about to say something real bad. Met a guy for a walk and talk through my favorite bar, through my favorite park, whatever the fuck that means. We had a nice vibe online, and I had hopes we'd at least have a good time, even if we weren't attracted. He was completely bizarre. Spent a lot of time trying to get me to believe that he was some sort of psychic or wizard with magic powers. Asked for a ride to the bus station from the park. I had no idea he hadn't driven himself there, and suddenly had to pee during the 5-minute drive. Wet his pants just before getting out of the car.
Oh, piss my pants.
Think you'd use your wizard powers to keep that from happening. It's so good. Oh, man.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I'm trying to read through some of these.
Yeah.
Something about a gay bartender, pants wetter. This is from Spencer. He says, the first date I went on with this girl, she peed herself right as we were pulling into her... Is this one you just read?
No.
Okay. Spencer says, the first date I went on with this girl, she peed herself right as we were pulling into her driveway. We ended up dating for about a year. Then we broke it off. She got shit-faced and pissed herself and maybe some junk in the... Moral of the story: piss me once, shame on you. Piss. Thank you for that, Spencer. That stupid fucking nowhere. I wish I knew it word for word what the guy says in Billy Madison when he.
Oh yeah,
in that incoherent rant.
Yeah,
So,
dude, that's such a good part of that movie.
Yeah, it is.
This next one's a long one. We got in this, so if you want to take a couple of these ones here.
Okay, long. But I got this courtesy of OkCupid. I was 24 and from school had been messaging this cute girl who could actually hold a conversation really well. So after I got home in December, we decided to meet up. 7:00 p.m. I show up at her place. She isn't 120 pounds heavier than her picture, doesn't have a beard or an Adam's apple, and hasn't axe murdered me yet. Chemistry is great, and we actually start making out before I pull out of my parking space. So far, so good. OkCupid, you the bomb. 7:15 p.m., 15 minutes later. In the car, things are fine. She's talking a lot about her modeling job, which is cool. Huh. Just finished finals in med school. Anything that isn't an enzyme or nerve circuit is welcome.
Hey.
7:30, arrive at ice rink and race each other inside. This is fun. Literally sprint in to see who can get ice skates first. 7:35. Inside, she's still going about her local modeling career and all the free things the vendors and designers give her. Thrifty, cool. She hasn't asked anything about me, but whatever. She's cute, and I don't think she has a penis.
You'll take what you can get.
8:45 p.m., about an hour later. Been skating for a while. I now know about the process of applying runway makeup, the time constraints and approximations of changing outfits depending on the number of pieces, and how to adjust hip tilt and swing during catwalk if your clothing piece is top-heavy versus a long train. I now know every cost approximation of at least 12 different clothing pieces from 3 designers I've never heard of. 8:50 p.m. She can't talk if she's eating. I suggest we get food. I don't know the area, so she inquires the first thing about me of the night. Yes, I do like Mexican. Personal thought, Mexican, like tacos, should be casual and nice for a first date. 9 o'clock p.m., we arrive at the place. This is not Taco Bell or Chipotle. 40-foot high wooden vaulted ceilings with hanging sheer fabric for ambiance and the swankiest fucking bar I've ever seen. I read Cristal on the neck of the display bottles popped about. Isn't that the shit rappers sing about?
Yeah, back in the early 2000s.
3 minutes later, at 9:03, sitting down, she's been bragging for a bit that despite being a model, she has never done cocaine. Waitress gives me a...
That's something to brag about.
Waitress gives me a warm, moist hand towel to wipe off my hands as I sit down. I'm wondering if I'm in a strange music video. Fuck, the prices are steep. I'll just have a soda and a salad. She knows everything on the menu by name and what it should be paired with. She's been here a few times. I wonder if with other guys. 9:30 p.m. I would really like some cocaine. 10:20 p.m. Michael Kors ain't got shit on me for knowledge or the fashion industry. This is what she's saying. 10:30 p.m. I have no idea what she ordered, but the bill is $105 plus tip.
Damn.
She asks if we should go, and I say a yes. She
Please.
makes the attempt to pull out her wallet, so I bite the tab, trying to conceal my pissedness. She should have ordered more than one. I should have ordered more than one drink. 10:40 p.m. Not too impressed with the date, but I walk her to the door. She asks if I want to come in. I'm not used to dating after 2 long relationships, but I know this is a good sign. I get excited and accept. So in we go. 10:41 p.m. I meet her mother in a bathrobe, completely unfazed by my presence. She asks if I know how to fix a light socket.
This is right after walking in.
10:47 p.m. Light socket is fixed. 10:50 p.m. in her room score. I've seen this in movies before. 20 minutes later at 11:10 p.m., she has taken me through every lotion and perfume and tin of makeup and brush on her vanity and told me the brand, the list price, and how much she actually got it for. 10 minutes later, she's almost finished telling me the brand, location of purchase, and price of every shirt, skirt, pair of pants, and jacket in her closet. She is upset that her friend stole a bracelet from her 2 weeks ago. She wonders if I would help her look for it. Haven't gotten laid in a long time? Sure, I'll help you look for the fucking
Why the
bracelet.
fuck not?
15 minutes later, she is literally crying with tears down her cheeks because I could not find the stolen bracelet behind, under, in her dresser, vanity, bathroom, bed, closet, nightstand, carpet. If it was stolen, why did she ask me to look for it in her room?
Exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking.
11:40, which is 5 minutes later, she has stopped crying and suggests we watch a movie. God, I need to mentally check out for a minute. 11:45 p.m., pay-per-view or something. Evil Cabin Zombies in the Woods, Dead 27. Midnight. Extensive commentary on the superior quality of acting begins and ensues for the duration of the movie, but she says she has a knot in her back and wants me to massage it out. I accept this responsibility.
Yes.
12:30, her shirt is off and she is dead set on me massaging out a very specific knot on her left shoulder, which does not exist. Whatever.
Just keep on going, buddy.
Apparently, the special effects of the movie should have won a Tony Award or something. I do not know. 1:30-ish a.m., movie ends. My arms are getting sore. Been kissing her sensually for a while. Have not been able to get her to A, shut up, B, turn over, C, actively engage said kissies. 1:03 a.m., sequel to Monsters in the Alien Woods, homiciding stereotype sluts cast with Murder 41 begins. My lips are super tingly from the $72 lotion purchased at Macy's in 2012 Groundhog's Day sale that I've been using, still massaging. 1:40 p.m., can't feel my arms or lips at all. 2 o'clock a.m., she starts participating in the making out stuff and politely tells me that for religious reasons,
oh my gosh,
she is saving her virginity until marriage. I completely understand when it comes to faith beliefs like that. I respect whatever choices you make. Cool, no hassle, and we start fooling around. 2:30 a.m., I am excited. I finished her off about 2 or 3 times. I feel like a champ. but I am still completely clothed and have not been touched in any way, shape, or form. As I am being all sexy like, I casually say, what about me? She informs me that the bathroom is right over there and tells me I can take care of myself in the shower. I think I'll just hold it. 2:45 a.m. We've been silent, cuddling. Hey, this is nice. I love cuddling. She is comfy and she's not talking. This is good. 2:50 a.m. Out of silence, she whispers, I see demons.
Oh, fuck.
3 minutes later, yours are yellow. 2:52 and 12 seconds later, I shit myself. 3 a.m., I learn that my demons are angry and she's scared of them. Don't worry, I am too. She tells me that she's been exorcised on 2 occasions and it's helped a lot. I don't inquire as to how much precisely. 3:05 a.m., I try to be supportive because this doesn't seem like the kind of thing you go around telling everybody and more or less keep my mouth shut. God, I want to try fucking cocaine. 3:10 a.m., sleep for her, another hour of being stiff as a board and scared before I pass out. 9 a.m., her mother knocks, and I, all 6'5", 225 pounds of me, attempts to hide under the blankets. Mother comes in and nonchalantly tells her that they are going to a friend's house for dinner. Asks her if the bearded guy under the blanket wants to come. I decline. I have to go return some overdue videotapes. 9:15 p.m. or a.m., I leave to return some overdue videotapes. No, we didn't go on a second date. We had a pretty typical anticlimactic dispersion from each other and haven't talked since. But it's okay because apparently my demons can keep me company.
That's so fucking weird.
That seems like way too much fucking work.
Just go come in my shower.
Come in my shower.
I would have been saying that. I would have been like, well, I think I'll just wait. It's not that important.
Yeah, it's definitely not that important. That's a scary story. Oh, gee. Take this next one.
Sure,
buddy.
we can go ahead and... There we go. A guy took me to see a movie. Sat a seat over, so there was a seat in between us because he liked his space. He was a big dude. And I was like, whatever, dude. I just want to see this movie. Well, the drive home went okay. We definitely didn't vibe at all, but I thought he would be cool to hang out with his friends because we shared the same sense of humor. Then he said, so... Can I eat a taco now?
No.
Or can I eat your taco now? The fuck? Ew, don't call my beautiful lady business a fucking taco. They're just not vibing.
Oh.
So, can I eat your taco now? Who says that?
I just legit want tacos.
For real.
Don't try and hurt me.
I kind of got bummed that I said that wrong because it made me want a taco now.
No, that's fine.
I thought he was just like, hey, can I eat a taco now?
We've got some jambalaya going up there. We can eat that in a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Still not tacos. But...
Okay. No, it's not tacos. My apologies, sir. We decided to go out for drinks, and I offered to drive. When we got to the bar, he asked our waitress for a job application.
Good for him.
And to speak to the manager.
He's making moves.
The waitress said they weren't hiring, but he demanded he speak with a manager anyway. After he submitted his application, I ordered a beer and ordered a water. We chatted for about 45 minutes before he abruptly ended the date. I guess he really just needed a ride to submit a job application.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah. Can I get a job application real quick? Let's pause this for a sec. We really might have to save all of these for their own episode. There's fucking 30 of them now. Instantly.
Yeah, they all just kind of just started piling up.
It's completely unmanageable. And the last story did remind me of another story I wanted to pass along to you.
Okay.
And I always say this. I can't remember if I've told you this story before. It was a police detective that I used to work with, and he swears to fucking Christ this is a true story. This is not me. This is his story.
Okay.
We're going to call him PJ. PJ told me he was dating one of the big Catholic schools around here, Chaminade Julian.
Yeah.
He was dating a girl from Chaminade Julian, and they had hit it off, and things were going well. This wasn't necessarily a first date. This was the first time that he was going to meet her family. So he goes over to their house. They're cooking dinner for PJ and his girlfriend, and PJ's finally getting the chance to meet his girlfriend's father, girlfriend's mother, and the siblings.
Big night.
Really big night. So he goes in, and everything's going sweet. The dad's talking to him about baseball. They're hitting it off about the Reds. Just everything's going perfectly. And right before they're getting ready to sit down for dinner, he said they had this huge, beautiful dining room table in this huge dining room, a huge golden grandfather clock in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
He tells this story magically. I can't tell it nearly as good as he did. But they're starting to set the table, and the rolls are put on the table. You got the couple of the side dishes, and they're waiting for the she made like a pork loin or something. He said like that, and he's waiting to get the pork loin out of the oven, and he's hit with a fucking horrible shit cramp.
Oh no!
And he tells his girlfriend, he's like, I gotta go, and they were dating for long enough that he could tell her like, hey, I gotta take a fucking poop. And he'd never been to this house before, and she's just said the bathroom is over there. There was a bathroom on that floor, but he said it looked like she pointed up, and there were some steps just around the corner of the dining room. So he goes upstairs, and there was a bathroom at the top of the steps right next to the parents' bedroom. Mm-hmm. And he goes into that, and he notices that the door was shut, but he like kind of like a half knock, half scratch, and no one answered. So he went in, and when he goes in, he sits down, and he said he takes the most ungodly fucking poop
abomination of a shit,
tears it up, and he said it was such a relief to me to take this shit, and it was on a completely different floor that I didn't have to sit next to this dining room and destroy this fucking toilet.
Yeah.
He goes to flush the toilet. He shits, he wipes. He goes to flush the toilet. And this guy, he's just like you. This fucking dude would carry around sacks of baby wipes with him.
Yep.
And he would not sit to shit unless he had these baby wipes in his hand. So he shits, he wipes, he goes to flush the toilet, and the flusher goes straight down. Nothing happens. So he's panicked at this point. Pushes it again. Nothing happens. So then he takes off the back of the toilet, the back of the tank, and he starts moving stuff around. He can't get this motherfucker to do anything. Can't get it to do nothing. So he said the only alternative for him, he wrapped his hands up like a mummy with toilet paper. And he said I'm so happy that this turd that I had was a huge, like, formidable log. It was huge. He said he opens up the window and he picks up. He said, I picked it up like a dead rattlesnake. And he throws the fucking turd out the window. Just launches it, just like double hand.
Gives it a good Brett Favre throw.
The old Boston Mafia just rolls it out the fucking window, dude. Yeah. Me personally, I would have drop kicked it and just got poop all over the bathroom. Like, sorry guys, I'm gonna fuck out of here. Gotta go. Hate your fucking daughter.
Taped it to the underside of the tank.
Yeah. Put it in the little mouthwash cup. So that he says, I'm super fucking proud of myself because he said I was cupping clean water into the toilet to make it look like the toilet did flush, and I didn't just leave dirty shit water in there. And he goes back downstairs, and he said, when I come around the corner, the smell of this pork loin hit me, and it was the most majestic smell I'd ever smelled. But he said when he turned the corner, the dad was standing up with his hands on his hips, and the mom was holding the daughter, and the daughter's like crying on her shoulder almost. It wouldn't look at him. And he said he stood there. He was frozen. He thought somebody had died or like some bad news had come across. Mm-hmm. And the dad just points up, and there's a huge fucking skylight over the top of the dining room table, just a huge window it hung over the dining room. And when he threw the fucking...
No!
I swear to God, dude. He swears the story was completely true.
No!
And he threw the fucking turd out the window. It splattered on top of the skylight. He said it looked like fucking Jesus Christ got crucified on top of this. He said it could not have landed any more dead center on this skylight. And the dad just points up, and he said he could see like the mummy, like the fucking toilet paper laying off.
Still wrapped in toilet paper.
But he said the bear turd took the brunt of the load, so it didn't hit. He said, and I remember when he was explaining this, dude, I was fucking dying. He said, physics would say that it would hit and roll off.
And yeah,
it was hit and stuck right in the middle. This big fucking turd.
Oh my gosh.
And he said he was mortified, dude, and he just he was straight up with him. He said, look, I pooped. I had to get rid of it.
He's like he had drugs and was trying to get rid of it before he got arrested.
Yeah. But I guess they said you can eat, but you got to go because this is kind of traumatic for us. And they didn't date too much longer after that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They did date for a little bit, but just
oh man, that's a story she could tell. You know, everybody from then on out though.
Dude, if I'd have been that dad, I'd been like, I know, we said we were having fucking corn. It's a side dish. But you didn't need to hit us with a full-blown fucking turd on the skylight, bro.
From the looks of it, you've had enough corn in your diet, boy.
Yeah, dude.
God, dude, that's rough.
How terrifying, man.
And I think you may have told that story, but I don't know if it was on here though. I think once you hit the skylight part, I think I remember hearing that. But that's fucking great.
It's terrifying, isn't it?
That really is like something that would have been on like a old Ben Stiller movie or something. It really is. It's so good.
That's miserable. That is so sad for everybody involved.
I would have died.
Yeah,
I would have died. I wanted to
fucking kill myself.
I just would have killed myself. Drown myself in that same toilet.
If they kicked me out, I would have climbed up there and got the turd down.
Like, well, I'm getting my turd.
I didn't mean to offend you guys. Put your face up against the window. Just getting my poop down.
I would have made him.
Getting my poop off the roof. Getting the poop roof down.
Good thing that fucking skylight didn't have a leak or anything in it. Just steady dripping shit on your dining room table for months.
You got poop on the pork loin, you dickhead. No one ruins my fucking pork loin. All right, you can go ahead and read this next one.
Oh, man. When I first moved to New York, I was set up on a blind date with a Wall Street type. You know, the pinstripe-wearing, briefcase-toting, scotch and soda drinking charmer. The date went fairly flawless until he invited me back to his place after informing me that he was wearing an adult diaper and liked to be spanked. That's a huge 180 right there. I tried my hardest not to react. A few minutes later, I excused myself to the restroom and ran to the closest train station.
That's perfect.
It is.
It's absolutely perfect. My worst date was in college, blind date, set up by friends. I say friends because I suspected how much they actually liked me after that. This guy walks into the restaurant and launches into telling me about his schizophrenic mother, his traumatic home life, and the denture plate of his now dead father. Shit. Which he carries around in his pocket for luck.
Nice.
Yes, he did take it out and show it to me. I guess he thought it brought him loads of luck because then he added, nice boobs, by the way. You'll see my daddy dentures.
You got a nice rack on you, though.
I got up and left.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I once had a blind date Sorry, let me start that over. I once had a blind date who, soon after coming to pick me up, asked if he could use my bathroom. He must have had an extremely upset stomach because he was in there for at least 20 minutes.
He pooped on my fucking skylight.
What if it was her? My apartment was small. Like, what if we just foreshadowed this whole thing?
My boyfriend came over and he hung his butt out the window and he pooped on my skylight.
He threw a mummy turd on my skylight.
There's two sides to every coin, you know.
There really is, yeah. My apartment was small and the bathroom was adjacent to my living area, so unfortunately I could hear everything that went on in there, and it was so gross. Once he came out, the smell was indescribable. The people in the hall could probably even smell it. Throughout the day, he pretended like nothing had happened, but it was nearly impossible for me to see him in a romantic light or think about going out with him again.
I can pride myself on this for most of my life, and this is just starting to fail me at my age now. I've had a really powerful sphincter for most of my life. Right. I can hold a poop like a champ, dude.
Yeah, I can hold poops, but peas, whew.
You ain't holding them.
Nah, I can't hold them, man.
Yeah, sometimes I hold my poops too long. When I finally do poop, it looks like someone took a tennis racket and hit a tomato into the toilet. that blood stool, you know?
Yeah.
It's vicious, dude. Ugh. In the cool night air, with only my date's car shielding me from the freeway, I had to relieve myself to end my... Wait a second. Did I...
No, that's right, yeah.
Oh, I think I messed this one up. I think I missed half the story here.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. We'll skip this one. It's just someone shitting in the desert.
Okay.
They got married. Well, she had to poop on the side of the highway in the desert, and her husband, her date, watched her poop, and they got married.
Okay.
And now her husband calls her Freeway. His nickname.
That's awesome.
Right.
Good for them.
We went to sushi, and he had just had to go back to his place before drinks. Turned out we had to go back to his place because he was afraid of public restrooms. I sat alone in the living room listening to him straining while trying to poop. He didn't realize he was out of toilet paper and texted me to grab him a roll from upstairs. Let's not even go into the smell. Literally the shittiest date ever.
I see what she did there.
I like it.
Yeah. I had a guy come over, and he was attractive, so we had sex and then went to sleep. That's a good way to start. I had to wake this kid up at noon and be like, okay, I have to get ready for work. You need to leave. So he started to get dressed and couldn't find one sock. He accused me of stealing it.
That's one way to stick around.
There you go. He searched through all my drawers and dumped out my dirty clothes hamper looking for it. I ended up finding it weeks later in my sock drawer. I kind of think he planted it there, not sure why. So he finally starts to leave, and his car got towed because he parked exactly where I told him not to. It's us guys, we don't listen. Looking back now, I would have told him tough shit, got him an Uber, and went to work. But I took him to the car tow place so he could get it back, and of course he doesn't have his wallet. So I have to pay for it and sign for it because he doesn't have an ID on him, but the car tow place doesn't take cards, so we have to go find an ATM to get cash.
Jesus.
So he finally gets his car. I'm already like 30 minutes late for work, and he goes, okay, I'll call you later. And I just said, never talk to me again. He texted me a few hours later and said he lost the stylus for his phone. I blocked his number.
That's perfect.
What a traumatic series of events there.
That's a one way to get in there. Like, I remember when I first started dating my wife, you know, she's perfect. She's gorgeous. I am not pulling out of her. I'm doing everything I can.
I'm keeping her locked up for
stay
18.
with her. But if you want to keep it a little more easier to deal with, you just hide your sock.
There you go.
You can't leave with only one sock on because then you'll get arrested for disorderly conduct. I think you're a homeless person shitting on the sidewalk in San Francisco.
It's kind of a flawless plan if you think about it.
Where do you poop at? I just go on the sidewalk right here. I'm glad we don't have those. Well, we kind of do have those problems here in Dayton because when you were working one day, you stepped in human shit.
Yes, I did.
That's really unfortunate for you.
I mean, I think that's the only time I've ever seen a human turd in public. I mean, out on the ground or something. I mean,
got the non-flushers.
I don't understand those people.
Listen,
if you're one of those people that goes into a public restaurant and shits and does not flush it, I swear it.
Turn us off. Quit listening.
I hope when we die, we don't end up in the same afterlife place, wherever that may be, because I may smack you.
There's a special hell for non-flushers and men with puffy nipples.
Right next to each other.
All right. Well, that concludes this episode. We have so many emails that we received that we're not using.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again.
Oh, God. I feel so bad.
Yeah, man. All these people have having horrible dates.
We weren't prepared for these to come in while we should have did a call in, but I don't think we would have got people just would have called me like, I fucked your mom. Stupid stuff like that, you know, whatever.
Like, yeah, that's your problem, buddy.
That's your problem. Mother is a one-wiener man. So don't even come in here claiming that you got with my mom. My dad has forearms like Popeye, and he'll tear the ass out if he wants to.
Miss Nick is a saint.
She is. She's wonderful.
Mama Nick.
So thank you guys so much for joining us for this midweek episode. We gave him close to an hour of content. Pure content, Rob. There was no, listen to this shit, y'all. Got this newspaper article for you. Thanks for subscribing to Patreon. Thanks for... None of that. Straight content. Straight to the point. Some people are going to listen to this and think, oh, these boys get after it. But then they're going to go listen to the other ones. They're going to say, these guys are fucking spazoids. They have no idea what they're doing. They're all over the place.
It's a little bit of both.
It's a lot of both. One thing I do know, bitches, they come, they go. Saturday through... No, we got some jambalaya waiting for us upstairs.
I was going to say, I literally thought you were going to go on with something there. I was like, okay, I'm ready to hear this.
No, I didn't want to do it at all.
Okay, I feel you.
That's Eminem.
Yeah.
I love Eminem.
Me too.
He's my jam.
And I like M&Ms as well.
I love peanut M&Ms and peanut butter M&Ms. Plain M&Ms can fucking die.
Nah, dude. I'm all plain M&Ms and peanut M&Ms. The caramel ones suck ass, though. Don't eat those.
Debatable. I think those are pretty good.
I don't like them.
Do you like the Donald Trump peanut butter ones? I say that because my daughter saw the cover and she saw the dude's big creamy peanut butter hair. She's like, "Is that Donald Trump?"
Oh, okay.
We all laughed at it.
I think I've had them, but I don't really remember. It was during my one of my late night scavenges through my kids' Halloween candy. So
Okay.
it was one of those things.
They're good.
I bet they are.
And another one, I don't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, peanut M&Ms are that shit.
Yeah, peanut M&Ms are the best.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're going to upload this right meow.
Okay.
Tell them the good news, Rob Diggity Dangle Dog.
Well, this isn't a main episode, so fuck you.
All right. Oh, I love you. Okay. All right, change of plans here. We got an interview, maybe.
Okay.
Someone that got pooped on.
Yeah.
We're going to try and call him. See if this works.
Probably not.
Hello?
Hi, this is the Brohio podcast. Am I allowed to use your real name?
Sure.
No, that sounds very reluctant. We're gonna call you.
Yeah.
Jeff. Well, we're gonna call you Jeff. How about Jeff? How's Jeff?
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, really, the only reason is because I'm a recruiter right now.
I don't
Oh.
care. I don't fucking care what you are. You've
Damn.
already gone too far.
Fair enough.
I don't want to
Hold
know.
on, give me just a second.
So I was advised via email by your boyfriend. Well, first off, do you listen to the show?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
He's actually the one who introduced me to you guys.
Oh, what a fucking jerk.
Yeah.
Can you hear both of us, though?
Yeah, I'm here too.
Yeah,
Kinda. Okay, good.
All right, dude. So we did this dating horror story episode. We're already done recording it, and we weren't going to talk to anybody. But then we got the story from your wife, and I'm like, man, we got to call this guy and get to the bottom of this. So, Jeff, take us through this god-awful experience from when you were 21 years old living in Okinawa. Okinawa.
Yeah, okay. Okinawa, yeah. So, where do I start? Okay, so it's kind of like to paint a little bit of like context here. So I was living in the dorms on the Air Force Base at the time. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just walked out of the gym.
Well, you're
Give me a
doing
second.
God's
Anyway.
work.
So we had my dorm, and then we had the medical airmen's dorms.
Okay.
So they were like right side by side, and outside of the back, there's like this. They call it the smoke pit, where you can go like smoke, right? But they had like.
But you're definitely not in the
two,
military,
like,
Jeff.
Okay. So there's like these two like barbecue pits, and every weekend there'd be just like a big like block party type thing, right? And a lot of alcohol involved at all of these. Okay.
Good times.
So I'm down there one night. I'm just like playing beer pong with some bros or just hanging out, right? And
Oh,
this
yeah,
girl,
we know all
she's
about the bros.
completely shithouse. Just comes up to me in particular, right? And she goes, "Hey, I want to fuck you." And I was like, "Well, okay, the dorms are right there. Let's go."
You're like, Jesus Christ, Mom, go back to fucking bed.
Yeah. So anyway, I get her up there, and we start fucking. And
hard fucking. Okinawa.
Yeah.
This is not a regular fuck. This is an
Literally,
Okinawa.
This is
fuck.
an
I literally
Okinawa
fucked
fuck.
the shit out of her, dude. So she's on top of me, right? Like reverse cowgirl style, right?
We call that Donkey
sitting
Kong
there,
here in
I'm loving
Ohio.
Donkey Kong.
Oh, Donkey Kong? Okay. So she's Donkey Konging the fuck out of me, or me, her. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But all of a sudden, I just feel like this warmth on like my stomach, right? Like I'm not like paying any attention. I'm like enjoying it, right?
Snail
I look
trail.
down, and there's just fucking like diarrhea, not just poop. We're talking like watery, like chunky.
Just defecation.
Yeah, looks like fucking Taco Bell meat, dude.
I'm so sad. Don't do that to me. I love Taco Bell. I feel so sad for you.
Please don't ruin it. Ooh.
So I freaked the fuck out. I grabbed this chick by the butt cheeks and I like flip her off my bed, right?
Oh man,
And now-
she was juicy.
So she's going pretty hard too. So there was like splashing involved. Okay?
Oh my god!
So like, I got it on me, on my wall, on my fucking ceiling.
Oh my! On your ceiling! Holy shit!
How hard did you throw her?
Yeah.
Did you go to jail after you fucking threw her?
Hey man, I was
Fucking
21
woman
at the
beater.
time, dude. I had a lot of spunk in me.
Okay.
So
You got some spunk on you too.
Definitely.
yeah, pretty sure I ate some.
Oh god! A piece went into my mouth.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah, man.
What
So
Go ahead.
so I get her off, and then I get up, and I'm like,
You got her off for you, or you made her come?
I'd like to say both.
Okay.
Real take
Got her off.
At least she came out of her ass for at least, you know that for sure.
Weird thing about me is when I climax, I poop. I'm a poop comer.
No, but then so like I'm telling her, I was like, look, I'm gonna go take a fucking shower. When I come out, you and all of this shit literally is gonna be gone.
When I get out of the shower, you're gonna let me poop on you.
I'm gonna return the favor.
Yeah, paybacks are a bitch.
Oh yeah, so that's the story in a nutshell.
That's unfortunate.
It gets a little more fun when I've had a few drinks in me, though. So
Yeah, we'll have to try this some
Oh,
other
yeah.
time when you've had some Zimas.
do what?
We'll have to try this some other time when you've had about 4 or 5 Zimas in you or some White Claws.
Oh yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't know what kind of a man you are until you're clapping cheeks in a poop puddle.
Yeah.
So do you wear rain
Hey, man,
boots?
like-
Do you wear rain boots when you're intimate with your wife now? Is this your wife that did this to you?
Yeah, this is my wife. Yeah, she fucking loves that story. Anytime she gets the chance, she'll fucking tell people about that story.
I saw through the poop storm and I learned to love this woman.
Pretty much.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for your service, I think, and thank you for this for the story. We're going to release this here in just a few minutes, honestly. So we'll
Okay.
you're the only interview we did, but thank you so much for the interview, and I'm really sorry. Hopefully you've watched since then, but and I hope you got your deposit back in that apartment as well.
Hey man, it was the dorms. I didn't have to pay shit.
Oh, there you go. An impromptu paint job.
Literally didn't have to pay shit. I just used the shit that was already on the wall. All right, man.
Thanks, man.
Take care.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, guys.
Yep, bye. Oh, what a god-awful story that was.
Pretty shitty story.
Oh, all right. Well, I feel like that's a good wrap to the episode. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Tie it up. All right.
All right.
That's a delicious poop story for you. I'll talk to you. Bye.